Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals. Alrighty, so today I'm going to be drawing a very, very, very tall monster that is off in the distance. That is the plan. Now, I've actually done semi-drawings like this before, because basically what my plan is for this drawing is to draw a mountainscape. Draw a mountainscape, and then what I want to do is I want to have one of my tall monsters like poking up over it kind of thing. Make the monster look like it's taller than the mountains. The whole larger than life sort of feeling, that's what I want to get. And I've done this before, but I've never actually drawn it, because what I did is I went and I took some photos of mountains when I was in the mountains, and then I just used a image editing program, and I just sketched my monsters over it. And this was like years ago kind of thing. This was like, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago now. And that's when I did this. And I didn't really like how they turned out at the time, but I was looking at them recently. I was looking at my old art folder recently, and I was like, wow, these actually, I'm like some minor modifications, and they would be perfect kind of thing. I was much more happy with them now than I was with them back then. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. So as such, I figured I'd just go ahead and sketch one of those out kind of thing and just see if I can really try to capture that same feeling that I was trying to capture in those, well, drawings isn't really the right way of putting it, in those edited photos, I guess, and see if I can capture that in a drawing, and see if I can capture it any better or any worse, or just kind of have some fun today kind of thing. That's pretty much the goal, in all honesty. First off, though, I do suppose I should probably introduce you guys to the pen I'm going to be using in today's video. I'm going to be using a Pentel Sign pen, which is a fantastic pen in my personal opinion. I need to get another, as this one's starting to run dry just a little bit, but it's been perfectly fine. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and get right to drawing. So I'm going to start in the corner up here. I'm just going to have a mountain, just like that kind of thing, and it's going to come down, and I'm going to have another mountain, and then I'm going to have a mountain coming up right there. I'm going to have another mountain right here, and then I'm going to have another mountain right there, I think, and then another mountain right there, and then another one right there, and I'll go and put one right here as well, and I'll put one right here. I'm just going to give all these guys snow tips and everything like that kind of thing. And no, this is not how my photo really looked, in all honesty. It was the mountains that I took photos of were much more small. Let's go ahead, because this is very much like the Himalayas or something. So let's now go ahead and start drawing my extra tall characters. So I think what I want to do is I want to have the head be right here, and then I want the legs kind of coming down, and then I kind of want it going over just like that. And let's go and do another over here, I think. And let's have one of them actually standing on a mountain as well, just to give it some perspective. So I'm going to do that one, this one just standing on the mountain. And I'm going to have another one right here. I do definitely think, though, I do definitely think, I mean, like, I'm not unhappy with this drawing per se. I just think it's so much more interesting to take a photo from real life and to kind of draw over it than it is to try to make a background that's interesting. I'm like, what I enjoy doing is drawing characters. I'm not really a background type of person. I really want to get better at drawing backgrounds. I'm not really like a scenery or background type of person kind of thing. I enjoy drawing characters. I enjoy drawing specific things in the scenery. Let me put it that way. And so when I have to draw an entire drawing, it's just something I'm not really so... It's not really something I enjoy it, but I just don't really like the look of it very much, because I feel like there's something I can do better. But when I take a photo, it's perfect. It's perfectly realistic, and then I can just edit my character in. I love doing that sort of stuff, and I definitely do think that's still the right way to do this drawing right here. I will admit. I think I want to do probably 2 more of my characters. I think I'm going to do another one right here. And I think I'm going to do another one. Oh, I got to add his arms, don't I? I'm going to do another one over here. Just like that. And let's go and add some clouds. In the Himalayas, 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 question mark. Tall monsters in the Himalayas. I have no clue how that's actually supposed to be spelled, but I will admit, this is kind of just a drawing to kind of just sketch something up kind of thing. I'm not really the most happy with this drawing. I definitely think, having made this drawing now, I now remember why I was taking photos of the scenery and then editing my monsters in. But I definitely do think it's given me some perspective as to how to make my drawings, because I think one of my biggest issues with the edited photos that I did years ago was that the monsters just didn't seem like they fit very well. And that's still one of my issues with them. That feeling has not changed. But I think what I was doing wrong was I was making the lines too thick. I think if I had made them thinner, and I think if I had, and here's another, and I also didn't really know how to use blur effects in photo editing programs at the time. So I think if I kind of used smaller lines, I used the same colors. Like I like using black and white for all of my characters, no matter what kind of thing, unless it's some other color. And then I use smaller lines, and I use some like Gaussian blur or something like that kind of thing. Very light blur. Let's kind of make it just blend in just a little bit more. I think to make it look like it's been captured by the camera, I think it could really turn out really well. And I don't know if I'm going to do any digital art on this channel. I don't have like a drawing tablet or anything like that kind of thing. I was using my mouse to do this. I might do it in the future. I don't know how I'd capture everything. I guess I don't really have to. It's not like I'm capturing my face on this channel. But I'll have to give that a go kind of thing. Maybe next time I go somewhere interesting, I take some photos and see if I can make some art out of it. Maybe I'll have to do that. No guarantees, but that would be interesting to do. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But I think that's all I think that's all I have to say about today's piece of art, about today's video. So as such, I'm gonna go and end this video right here. I will admit I'm not the most happy with this drawing. I'm glad I did it though, because it's made me realize that I want to try giving what I did years ago another shot and see if I can do it any better. But of course, please make sure to, like and subscribe for more content. Of course, leave a comment in the comments down below if you guys have any constructive criticism about this drawing right here or about my concept as a whole. And of course, please make sure to, like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my main channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, y'all. To the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?